Max Holloway knows what he's walking into this weekend at UFC 318. He's stepping into Dustin Poirier's hometown, and he fully expects to be booed. This is Poirier's retirement fight. The fans are going to be behind their guy, and Max knows it. But that doesn't shake him, not one bit. After suffering that brutal knockout loss to Ilia Topuria, Max wants to show everyone he's still here, still dangerous, still chasing that lightweight title. He's not ready to fade away, and he wants to remind the world who Max Holloway really is.
We're here. His last dance. We're in Louisiana where it all started for him, and I mean, it feels just like any other main event, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm probably gonna get booed come walking out come Saturday night. So I mean, I expect that though. That's just what it is. You know, it comes to the territory. I said it before. If I was my last dance, I was in Hawaii. Even though Dustin Poirier is a likable fighter, and you know, if the shoe was on the foot, we was in Hawaii, I'd hope my people would be booing his ass. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, y'all must have forgot. You know, I just here to remind people. A lot of people keep saying, keep putting me in the Dustin talk and being like, retire this, retire that. I'm like, brother, don't push that on me. I'm still here. I'm still competing, and there's a lot of fun fights here. Like I said, there's a new undisputed champion that we have some history with. You know, there's a bunch of guys I have a history with here, so in the top 5. So life's good at 55. I can't wait. I mean, if we can go out there, do what we did at 300 here, that'd be amazing, you know, because like a lot of people don't understand, you know, UFC, people get mad, but UFC is in the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're fighters, but this is entertainment, and it's all about moments. If I have my moment, who's to say that you know, I'm not right back up right there for the next one. I had my moment at 300. I have a moment here. The sky's the limit, you know. Undisputed title or one away, whoever it is, whatever we do, you just gotta make moments here, make history.
In fight news, a big matchup has just been announced. Alexander Volkov is set to face Jailton Almeida at UFC 321, happening on October 25th. Volkov is coming off a controversial split decision loss to Cyril Gane. A lot of fans thought Volkov actually won that fight. Meanwhile, Almeida is on fire right now, riding a 2-fight win streak. His most recent win, a first-round TKO over Sergey Spivak. This clash is going to be one to watch. Now, things are getting a little wild with Misfits Boxing. They just announced their Ring of Thrones card, and the matchups are nothing short of crazy. Darren Till will be boxing Luke Rockhold for the MFB Bridgerweight Championship. And if that wasn't enough, Tony Ferguson will be stepping into the boxing ring to face none other than Salt Pappy, the social media influencer, for the MFB interim middleweight title. After the news came out, Tony took to Instagram. He posted, "Champ only said title, not total. Who better believe or get to stepping. No one wants to be in my sights. No takedowns, no kicks, no lay and pray. New sport, time to warp." Yeah, that's vintage Tony Ferguson. John Jones sat down with ESPN for an interview and finally opened up about his decision to return to fighting just 2 weeks after announcing his retirement.
I felt like I was at a place where I've done it all in the MMA space, and felt like there wasn't too many more challenges for me, and I just wanted to do something more than championships and money. And Donald Trump mentioned that he wanted to have a fight at the White House Garden, you know, and that just seems like such a huge opportunity. I'm a very proud American. I have a lot of close friends that are in the military, and this is my act of I can't call it service, but just to be able to entertain the country and the world at this level at the White House, it just means the world to me. So I'm back.
Meanwhile, Israel Adesanya is standing up for Dustin Poirier. Some fans have been giving Dustin a hard time, pointing out that he's lost all 3 of his shots at the undisputed lightweight belt by submission. They're questioning his legacy, but Izzy isn't having any of it. He reminded everyone that Dustin did win the interim title when he beat Max Holloway back at UFC 236, and to Adesanya, title or no title, Dustin Poirier is still a champion.
I said this as well because people try and like discredit his win as a champion. I've said, bro, he is a champion no matter what. He's got a belt at his house, at his gym, sitting there to represent him as a champion at one point. So people who will try and say like, or even, oh, you never really became the undisputed. It's like, no, when you're the interim champion, you're the champion. He's had a career in the UFC that's second to none. I mean, look, you'd be blessed to have the career, even half the career that Dustin's had in the UFC.
Now this one's for the old school fans. On a recent livestream, Rampage Jackson was told by fans to hop on a stream with Wanderlei Silva. For those who don't know, these two had a legendary rivalry. They fought 4 times. Wanderlei won the first 2 fights in Pride, using devastating knees to finish Rampage, but Rampage got his revenge later, first with a first-round knockout at UFC 92, and then again with a second-round TKO in Bellator, one of the most iconic rivalries in MMA history.
What? A Wanderlei? That nigga like me. I'm a stream with I don't like. Hold them hostage? The f with y'all. I'll tell y'all what y'all do. Y'all go and y'all spam Wanderlei's Instagram and tell him to come hang out with me on stream. Try to get me and Wanderlei to be friends because we never going to fight again, so it's never going to be a tiebreaker because we both too motherfucking old. I don't never see that tiebreaker ever happening. That'd be dope if it could happen in boxing or something like that, but I'm okay with me and Wanderlei, my arch nemesis. Goddamn, how you say that word? My arch nemesis. Wanderlei Silva is my arch nemesis. Y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I'd be happy if him and I just say tied.
Patricio Pitbull is also back this weekend trying to bounce back from a disappointing UFC debut loss to Yair Rodriguez. Fans were frustrated with his performance. Many felt like he just didn't bring the fire, didn't engage enough, but Pitbull's making a promise this time. He's going to be more urgent, keep the fight standing, and deliver a show. He knows what people want to see, and he plans to give it to them.
It was a good experience in my debut, but I felt really calm and relaxed in there, and I think that wasn't a good thing. But I don't think I'm going to get a chance for that against Dan Ige. Reality is that my fighting style was, adapted to fight 5 rounds as a champion for so long, and I think I had a more cadenced way of fighting, and now I'm fighting 3 rounds. I'm not the champion, so I think that was a mistake in the first round, so there's a bit of more of a sense of urgency to get things started in there, and I think Ige is also a guy who's not going to let me, sit and relax. He's really tough. We've seen a lot of patterns of his in training. I think he's got some holes in his grappling, but if it's up to me, I want to give a big show and keep the fight standing. I see him as the division's gatekeeper. I think he really separates the good fighters from the great fighters, so I think he's a great jump.
Renato Moicano just revealed why he turned down his share of money from the UFC antitrust lawsuit. That lawsuit awarded $375 million to be split among roughly 1,200 fighters, both past and present, based on their earnings and fights during the covered years. Moicano says he would have gotten around $200,000, but he walked away from it. Why? Well, he explains it himself.
I did not pay the money that they sent to the fighters. The how they call the lawsuit? Yeah.
Wait,
that's
hold on. So they sent you from the settlement. They sent you money and you didn't accept it.
Yeah, I just had to put my name over there, but I did not.
But when
take
they sent you the actual check, or you're saying you didn't sign it?
I did not sign it. I did not
You
sign
don't
it.
believe in that? What kind of money are we talking?
This is like 200K
per person.
Depends on how many fights do you have.
You're saying you turned down that type of money? No, you didn't.
I'm telling you, you can look it up. Only 3% of the fighters refuse the money.
Walk me through this. Like you physically had a check that was for that amount.
Look, what they did was somebody started a claim. I think it was Kang Lee.
But I'm saying you said no on the front end of being a part of it, or you said no when the check. Is
no,
there?
we don't. You both, because what happened is.
Okay.
The lawsuit would happen without me, without my consent,
Right.
But they went through saying that UFC did not pay the fighters fair enough. But this is like, let's say, you got a girl today and you her, and like 2 years later he say, hey, the guy me, because that's what it is,
Right.
You
agreed to it already.
I agree with, because I remember my first fight in UFC was 8-8, was 8-8 to fight, and then what they say is, hey, that 8-8 that was wrong with you because they take advantage of you. Is the same thing, you have a girl and then somebody talk to the guy, hey, the guy abused you and this and that. So that's what I'm saying. And then they did the lawsuit, and the lawyer was calling me like every week, and he was saying, hey, you have to sign that, you have to sign that. And even a girl went to the gym, to America Top, she said, hey, you have to sign that. I'm looking like to everybody that has the fair share. If you did not sign they're gonna split your money on the other fighters. You know, they're not gonna get the money back.
Okay.
Of the 700 fighters, only 3 or 4 did not accept, but they don't say the
So
names.
you're one of only a handful.
Yes, I'm saying that because man, if you like what USA was created, like free market,
Yeah.
you have to. It's the same thing that I was saying about Ben Askren. You know, you have to do your part of the deal. You know, you have to.
Yeah.
You cannot take advantage of people. But the problem is the mindset of people now is UFC is they can do that. You know, it's not like that, brother. You have to honor your part. You know, on the court.
Yeah, I respect that.
You
bro.
know, but you know what? 100K, it's a lot of money. But we working over here, right?
Yeah.
In 10 years, I believe that this podcast is going to be great, and I will have this to tell. You know,
sure.
hey, one day 10 years ago, I could have taken this money.
Bro, money's not everything at the end
It's
of the
not.
Bilal Muhammad had some heartfelt advice for Dustin Poirier ahead of his last fight. He told him, "Don't let the emotions take over. It's easy to let your heart lead you into wild decisions during a retirement fight." But Bilal is hoping Dustin stays sharp, keeps his mind clear, and fights smart.
Yeah, your last fight. You can't get emotional in there. You can't just want to make it a fire fight. I know that's what you want. Don't jump the gilly. You don't want to be on bottom. Regardless, I feel like you'll still get back up. But I think this is all going to be taking place on the feet. You got to get in the pocket. You got to get Max Holloway going backwards. Use those low kicks, kind of like how Volkanovski did against him. Start tearing down that leg. He really doesn't check the kicks. Get him going backwards. Get him going against the fence. Don't chase him. Cut him off. This is your last one. Go out with a bang. If he points to the ground in the last 30 seconds, be disciplined defense. For me, I think I'm going to go with how.
Meanwhile, Ray Longo is putting his faith in Dustin. He genuinely believes Poirier has what it takes to beat Max Holloway this Saturday. One of the most anticipated fights this weekend is Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. It's Costa's first time back since that split decision loss to Sean Strickland last summer, and he's fired up. If he gets the win, Paulo says he's going to immediately call out Khamzat Chimaev. Here's what he said: "If God gives me this victory, I will call his name. I'm going to call this son of a mother for a fight. He needs to fight me. I need to fight him. I have tried to fight him for a long time. Since we had beef inside the PI, he has been avoiding fighting me for a long time. He always says no. This isn't just talk either. The UFC has tried to make this fight happen before, about 2 years ago, but Chimaev kept turning it down. Costa says he's going back to his roots, the old Paulo, the one who fought with pure aggression, chasing finishes, putting pressure on every second of every round. He says the fans want that version of him back, and he wants it too. He's ready to deliver, but then things got personal. At the UFC 318 Media Day, Paulo Costa made a shocking claim. He said that Khamzat Chimaev sent dirty things to his girlfriend via Instagram DMs. Costa didn't hold back. "I want to fight Khamzat very badly. I want to hurt him. Doesn't matter if he wins the fight or not. We need to fight. He talked very bad things about me in my girl Instagram DMs. Dirty things. You should look for a better man." Something like that. This is totally personal. I feel angry just to hear his name. We need to fight. And finally, there's Conor McGregor. Earlier this week, photos surfaced of Conor kissing a woman who was definitely not his fiancée. These photos were taken on a beach in Florida, and now even more photos have come out. These new photos, allegedly taken the night before Conor's birthday. In the first 2 shots, we see Conor and the same woman arriving at a restaurant in Florida. Then in the third photo, they're sitting inside, close together. It's got people talking a lot. And that wraps up the news for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because this weekend at UFC 318, things are going to explode.